Can you speak closer to the mic?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. פול יאנג הוא פה בישראל בפעם השנייה. Last time you were here it was in January 2009 for three shows. It was, as I recall, your first time in Israel.
Yeah.
What do you remember from your visit here?
I remember everything about the first show because it was crazy, and the band that were with me, they didn't play with me in the 80s, and they were saying, was it like this in the 80s? It just seemed like it was a throwback.
Yeah, and did you have time to travel to see Jerusalem or other sites?
In the end, no. I think we just had a bit too much press, and the only times I had were a little bit of time in the mornings, and I just used that to go for a run or something on the beach.
I'm asking that because tomorrow you're going to be in a wonderful site, the Dead Sea.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful site for show. You're going to be amazed.
Yeah.
So it's the lowest point on Earth.
Yeah.
You can't get lower than that.
Yeah.
It's the lowest and amazing, amazing place. It's going to be any difference between the former show about tomorrow? Tomorrow is going to be any different show than it was?
I'm trying to remember. We can't find the set list, so I'm not sure what songs we did and what songs we didn't do. I know we didn't do Wherever I Lay My Hat, so I'll put that in.
Wow, it's your biggest hit. It's a breakthrough hit.
Yeah. And I don't think we did Love Will Tear Us Apart, and I like to do that one live. It's nice to do some album tracks, especially from the early albums that everybody knows.
Yeah.
So we're going to change the set around a little bit, yeah.
Okay. And does it bother you that no matter how decades you sing, everybody call you Paul Young from the 80s, and on your show they want to hear the 80s songs? Does it bother you?
It did for a little bit, because when they first approached me to do, there's been some shows in England called Here and Now, and it's like Boy George, Rick Astley, Banana Rama, me, ABC, loads of people from the 80s, and I wasn't so keen to do them because at that point I was still making records and trying to move away musically. But then, you know, almost 10 years after I first did the shows, now I'm not worried at all about it, because I was talking to Pete Townsend from The Who, you know, and he always hated the fact that people go on about my generation and substitute things. And then he said, and then I realised that I wrote them, and they were massive hits, so why shouldn't I enjoy that, you know? And I thought, same thing, you know, I chose those songs, I arranged those songs, and they were hits. Possibly songs like Every Time You Go Away would never have been a hit if I hadn't found it, so I should be proud of that and just go ahead and play them. So,
you know, that's what's brilliant about your career. You took other songs, covered them, and make them your own.
Yeah.
And I think that's brilliant. You need to have a big talent to do so. How do you pick a song to cover?
The lyrics have got to be good, and musically it's got to have enough in the song, enough room for arrangement. Sometimes you can listen to a song that's the chord structure is so complicated that there's not much space for you to put your personality on there.
Yeah.
So a lot of the songs I do, the actual song is quite simple, and it's the melody that's good and it's the lyric that's good.
Are you going to cover songs in the future?
Actually, I'm just working on some stuff now. I've done 2 or 3 songs in the studio with a view to possibly doing another album. And I've covered a song by Ryan Adams called Where the Stars Go Blue. So I am still going to do that, but then I've been writing more over the last 10 years.
So what do you say you're going to have a new album soon?
I don't know how soon. I haven't signed a record deal yet.
On your website it's written like 2010, about 2010, but 2010 is almost off.
Yeah, it is, yeah. No, it's going a bit slower than that. There's other things I've done. I've been getting more into the cooking side of it as well, and doing some things, so it's taken a bit longer than we thought. But
Paul Young, Mr. Paul Anthony Young, if I may. We won't hold you more. Go to rest. Tomorrow you have a wonderful show, I bet. You're going to have a wonderful show on the Dead Sea with your all hits. Amphi Nachal Zohar, פסטיבל תמר 2010, כרטיסים בכל משרדי הכרטיסים. בימות, okay. And the question from our listeners is, tell him or ask him about his haircut. From the not from today, from the 80s.
Right.
How everybody did the Paul Young haircut. So I asked because they asked.
Okay, well, it's still the same, it's just shorter. Well, actually, what happened was before I went solo, I was changing my hairstyle all the time. And when I took the solo deal, my manager said, "I think you should stick to one hairstyle." And I think the spiky one was the one that looked best. So that's what we did. But then a lot of people had that kind of spiky style, Simon Le Bon and things like that. I didn't go as far as Flock of Seagulls. That went in all different directions.
We're really, really glad to have you here, Mr. Pol Yang, and you're all going to come tomorrow to the show. See you there, and go have a good rest.
I will.
Thank you for coming.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.